If you've seen the title of this video, Saker reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do a review on their little cordless mini saw. So, yeah, I said, okay, sure. Funny thing was, me and wife were just talking about these little things. And we're talking about getting one. The first time, to be honest with you, that I seen one of these things, I laughed at it and said, "Oh, those things are a joke." I got to thinking and I thought, well, there's probably going to be a lot of times when this little thing would be handy. One thing is it's tiny. It'll fit in my back of my quad or wherever behind the seat. So don't have to carry gas and oil. Anyways, I'm going to do this video a little bit different. No blah, 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 blah. Let's just go see if the thing works first. As you can see, we got a bit of snow here. I don't want to go too far. But, well, wife planted this tree. She wanted shade. So I'm going to make it pretty. I'm going to prune it a bit. That way, instead of growing up tall, it'll grow bushy and nice for shade for the summer. Yeah, it's pretty tall right now, so let's first just lower it a bit. Safety first. Ah. Oh, it went through that like butter. This thing's kind of fun. Does that look even to you? I should mention I did oil it first too. Oh, I might have took too much off of it. It's a little uneven. You can see it's easily operated with one hand. Yeah, it seems to work pretty good. I'm going to try it on some hardwood, see what that does. I have a few different logs here. They're birch, they're hardwood. This one here, I'm thinking it might be a bit big. So, I don't know. I'll never cut anything this big. I'll give it a try. I don't think it's going to make it through. If it does, it's going to take probably all day. Made it through. Yeah, this is pretty big and it's hardwood, so I'll never cut nothing like that. But okay, here's a smaller one. No problem. So now for the blah, blah, blah. First impressions are it's smaller than I was expecting it to be. That's what she said. I'm not impressed with the safety switch. However, if you're right-handed or if you're left-handed and you use your right hand, it wouldn't be an issue. I can't speak to how long the battery lasts because, well, as you can see by the weather here, it's kind of not really the right weather for for doing pruning. Another thing I want to do that's kind of backwards is address comments before I get them, because I know what some of them are going to be. I'll most likely get those comments about it being dangerous and kicking back and that sort of thing. Well, it's pretty small. It doesn't really kick back, for me anyways. And I mean, if you're going to have that kind of issue, maybe you should get a saw like this one here. There'll also most likely be those guys that say, well, I'll just use a Sawzall. Well, if you have like maybe one branch to cut, a Sawzall's fine. You're going to reach out with a Sawzall and cut 25 branches? I don't think so. This thing's just a hair over 2 pounds, so it doesn't weigh anything. Just because a Sawzall is called a Sawzall, that doesn't really mean it's good for sawing all. Take it from me, I'm a self-proclaimed arborist, because when I was a young boy, I used to always go down to the arbor and watch the boats come in. So yeah, I guess I would buy one of these things just for limbing. I mean, you're not going to go cut firewood with one of these. Well, you might try, but no. The good thing about it is I can just toss it in my quad, toss it on one of my machines, toss it in the back of the truck, and I'm not carrying oil and everything else. I don't have to carry fuel, oil, don't have to pull start something. It just starts like that. You just make sure you leave the house with a charged battery and you should be good for whatever you need to cut. So far, the only problems I've had is that little switch, because I'm left-handed and it's not a left-handed world. Oh, and the fact that Saker only sent me one saw. It won't be long before my wife confiscates this one. So yeah, I could use 2 of them, but and now they come in, you can get different packages as well with these. I think the best package to get would be the one where you get 2 batteries. I think you get a spare chain. It comes in a little carrying case, and it's not that much more, so I would probably go for that option. I'll be using this a lot more come spring and summer. I'm sure you'll see it on my videos, and maybe I'll just let you guys know how it's working. Oh, one more thing. I kind of wish they would have sent me a little file, because I'd like to see if I can sharpen this chain. It looks just like a normal Pico chain, so I think you can sharpen it. Yeah, I'll have to go get a file and see if I can. Otherwise, I mean, chains are pretty cheap for these. They're only 4 inches long, so they don't cost much. You can easily get them through Saker as well. I'll put a link to this thing in my description, which is down there somewhere. I don't know. So I did a little bit of research, and I seen that there is other ones out there that look like this, but they're not like this. So I would probably buy the one that says Saker on it. As far as price-wise goes, I would most likely buy this one. Now, you might be saying, well, I live in an apartment. I don't really need one of those things. However, you might. If you and your significant other happen to be separating, well, You want to divide the assets? Grandma's kitchen table? Divided. Anyways, that's all I get to say about that. If you got any questions or comments, leave them in the comments. I'll answer all questions. So this one, it came with a wrench, a screwdriver, and a little bottle of oil. Everything you need to get started. It does have this handy strap in case you want to put it on your keychain or hang it from your rear view mirror. Well, that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching. You all wet. We go on the quad and plow? Oh, I guess you do want to go on the quad, don't you? You crazy boy.